Don't you hear my call through your many years away? Don't you hear me calling you? Write your letters in the sand for the day I take your hand in the land that our grandchildren knew. Great lyrics. I am Danny Lee, OGT. That is OGL, Gregory Schmitt. We are custom creator. We are back with Freddie and Brian and wait a minute. You say the band members.
There's Freddie, Brian, Roger, and John.
Okay. Those are pretty white ass names for them.
Very, very white names. Yeah.
Common names, I guess you say.
Very uncommon talent, though.
So, yeah, thank you, Jen May. I need a hat. My hair's starting to. Yeah, no hawk.
So while he's looking for that, I'll give you some context on the song. We're doing 39, as suggested by Jin May. So this is a song that is about a group of space explorers who embark on what they think is, or from their perspective, is a year-long voyage. When they return, they realize that 100 years have passed because of the time dilation effect. That's to do with velocity and such. Just Wikipedia. Better explaining. And their loved ones are now all dead or severely aged. So it's I've seen that in some science fiction movies before, but it's an interesting story. You're coming back to a familiar land that is no longer familiar. Uh,
In the year
Brian May,
39. Oh, my bad.
I'm sorry. Brian May sings the lead vocal in the studio version. I think Freddie tends to sing it live. Brian May asked John Deacon, the bassist, to play double bass as a joke, but a couple days later he found Deacon in the studio with a double bass and had already learned to play it. Queen were all like really, really talented musicians. Newsflash.
And that's why Jen May had a crush on Brian and wanted me to do a version where he sings later in life. And Jen May, I would definitely do that. This is only the third Queen reaction, and the first one was kind of a fake in a way, if you want to say. I mean, it wasn't a true to life live video. So I wanted to do more Freddie first, but we will definitely visit Queen.
We do alternate versions of stuff all the time.
Yeah,
so.
This was not meant to be disrespectful, and you said it didn't really matter what I choose, so I was intrigued by the song that you enjoy. And I'll give a shout out now to Brian as a great singer and taking Queen on after the passing of Freddie. That had to be very hard. As I understand this as an Alice in Chains fan, when Lane Staley passed, Jerry Cantrell had to go on with the band, so it's a hard thing to do.
So an interesting story. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was done.
So this song was first performed in September 1976. Let me find it. So Queen had titled albums A Night at the Opera and Day at the Races. These are two Marx Brothers movies, two of their most popular films. So Groucho Marx, a surviving Marx brother, invited Queen to visit him at his home 5 months before he died, and they performed 39 a cappella there, which I think is awesome. This song is also the 39th album track released by the band if you count each track from the debut onwards. So
that's why we sing that title when we looked at the version she sent.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're a she, Jen. I don't know. This is hard for us to understand who's, not because of identity, because of just names on YouTube.
Yeah.
They're confusing. So yeah, that's the proper thing to talk about here because Freddie had trouble coming out with his true identity, which I'm totally okay with. I don't care. That doesn't bother me a bit. I say on the channel quite a bit when men are nice looking or sexy, and I've called them crap for that, or just horseplay or whatever you want to call that.
Yeah.
But 12-inch penis on my arm, so I'm pretty comfortable with my sexuality. And anybody tell me anything, I say, well, I got the opposite on the other arm with an octopus. So there you go. I figured you all would appreciate that. In the year of 39, assembled, Hear the volunteers in the days when the lands knew few. Hear the ship sailed out into the blue and sunny morn, the sweetest sight ever seen. And the night followed day, and the storytellers say that the score brave souls inside, for many a lonely day, sailed across the milky seas, never looking back, never feared, never cried. Do you hear my call through your many years away? Do you hear me calling you? Write your letters in the sand, for the day I take your hand in the land that our grandchildren knew. In the year of 39 came a ship in from the blue. The volunteers came home that day, and they bring good news of a world so newly born. Through their hearts so heavily weigh, for the earth is old and gray, little darling, wheel away. But my love, this cannot be. Oh, so many years I have gone through, I'm older but a year. Your mother's eyes from your eyes cry to me. Don't you hear my call through your many years away? Don't you hear me calling you? Write your letters in the sand one day. I'd take your hand in the land that our grandchildren knew. Don't you hear my call through your many years away? Don't you hear me calling you? All your letters in the sand cannot heal me like your hand. For my life still ahead, pity me. Songwriter's Brian May. So he wrote the song all by himself. Great job. Very powerful lyrics. Oh shit, sorry. We fight with each other on these controls. So 7-minute intro. I think it deserved it. So, your mic's off, bud. Something, can't hear you.
Looking for it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we're back. Yeah, he stopped. His Bluetooth are going out, I think. He just recently switched from the cord to the Bluetooth. So charging is a big deal. All right, so let's get into it.
Danny trying to drag me kicking and screaming into the 21st century.
Hey, man, you're doing good. You was in the closet, introverted-wise.
Oh, yeah.
Just a year ago. I mean, our first 6 months of our relationship, y'all, was he texted, and I obviously triple extroverted, and I would talk, my camera on, run around, and all I knew him by was words. All of a sudden, one day I heard his voice, then I seen his face. So that's what I mean by literally, he came out of the closet. All right.
1977.
Man, Skinner died, Elvis died.
Yep, I was thinking that.
Hank Jr. fell off the mountain and was having his last surgery in 77. I think the Eagles made Hotel California in 77. So, I mean, what a year. I think Freddie might have actually got sick in 77 first. Maybe. Let us know in the comments when he first found out he was sick. All right, let's do it.
This has nothing to do with the next song, which is called 39. Come on, everybody! In the year of 39, assembled here the volunteers. In the days when the lands were few, and the ship sailed out into the blue and misty morn, sweetest sight of a sea. And the night followed day, and the storytellers say the score brave souls inside. For so many a lonely day, sailed across the milky seas, nearly back, never feared, never cried. Don't you hear my call, though you're many years away? Don't you hear me calling you?
Damn. Yeah, I like that. That is already really good.
Yeah, the energy picked up really big there. It's almost like
And
a
quick,
sea
like.
shanty. Yeah.
Got
Yeah,
my
Queen,
gloves back here.
musically speaking, Queen could do just about anything. They actually done some stuff that was surprisingly heavy. Give Me the Prize from the Highlander soundtrack comes to mind. They've done beautiful ballads like Who Wants to Live Forever. They've done just some weird stuff. Killer Queen. Um, God, they've dabbled in jazz. This again kind of has that.
Disco.
Yep, they've done that. I don't remember what the name of the song was, but yeah, they have done disco.
His outfit
Um,
looks like a disco outfit.
I was thinking, is that outfit sponsored by Twister or something like that? The game.
It's cool as hell. I mean,
Yeah, he makes it work. I I don't think either of us could pull that off, but Freddie makes it work. Uh, song
if you
has,
guys didn't know, well, go ahead.
I was gonna say, the song has kind of a sea shanty feel. That kind of very rhythmic, insistent song about the voyage.
Almost sounds like a country song.
Yeah,
The good country, the good country.
yeah, the good kind. Yeah.
So, in case you all didn't know, Maynard James Keenan from Tool wears drag a lot. And this is because the 7-point star is the divine male and female. And Maynard talks a lot about getting in touch with his intuition, his feminine side. And because music is both male and feminine, so to not know the other side and not know that part of yourself is to rob yourself of who you really are. So this is a big concept for them, and that's why all their light shows are reddish and bluish, or pinkish and bluish, and always makes purple. So yeah, I just thought maybe that would resonate, because a lot of people think he does it to make fun of like homosexuality or whatever, and that is totally not the meaning of it.
If anything, he's trolling people that would make fun of it.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Yes, he is a mastermind of that, because they Pussifer covered, this is Maynard's third band, covered Bohemian Rhapsody, and he does it very respectfully. Now, the video is very funny because it's about him and all different kinds of drag, but it's respectfully funny. But yeah, I'm a huge Tool fan, and I wanted to acknowledge that I appreciate those parts. So I also try to get in touch with my intuitive side. So yeah.
So Brian May himself said about the song, I felt a little like that about my home at the time, having been away and seen this vastly different world of rock music, which was totally different from the way I was brought up. People may not generally admit it, but I think that when most people write songs, there is more than one level to them. They'll be about one thing on the surface, but underneath they're probably trying, maybe even subconsciously, to say something about their own life, their own experience. And in nearly all of my stuff, there is a personal feeling.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you, Brian. Brian said that.
Yes.
All right, let's get back to it.
Oh, yeah. Loving it so far.
Yeah, great steal. This is live at Earl's Court.
Don't you hear me calling you? Write your letters in the sand. For the day I'll take your hand to the land that I grant you renew.
We gotta talk about those harmonies. Hot tamales, man. Son
Those
of a
were
bitch.
really high.
Wow, man. And I heard that the drummer
Roger Taylor.
Yes, has a higher register than Freddie. Actually, he can sing. Am I saying that right? He can sing a higher register than Freddie.
Yeah, I don't know if his full range is larger, but he can definitely like the high super falsetto
I've seen
harmonies.
several comments tell me
Yeah,
that he has
really?
a higher register than Freddie Mercury. Yes.
Hmm.
So maybe not built
yeah.
louder, but
Yeah,
I could be wrong. Let us know in the comments. I mean,
yeah, basically, I was just saying like I don't like Freddie may be able to get lower and Roger can get higher. So I don't know who would have like a wider range octave wise. But anytime you hear like a super high, like almost falsetto vocal, that's
like that.
almost all. Yeah, that's Roger. Yeah,
wow, man, that was
he was
good.
really up there. So like Queen can do those super high harmonies because Freddie can get pretty high. Got Roger on top of that. Yeah, that was a really cool segment.
So they're singing high while being high, probably. I imagine. And I'm reacting to it high. So I'm really not, honestly. I'm just saying that. I'm about to get that way though. All right, let's get back to it. What a great shot. Perfect. Bass, tambourine. So is there 5 members of Queen or 4? Are there 5 members of Queen or 4? I think he died again. Station identification. Yes, OGL is dead. R.I.P. OGL. He's plugging up his headphones. And was that door cracked? I don't know. Let me go close it there. Something else is coming out of the closet. What the fuck, man? We'll be back. I hope. I'm back. And I have put some goodwill. So whatever that was that came out of the closet. Peace, please. I'm not sure. That was weird, though. Closed door never come open. All right. OGL, you all right? Can you hear?
I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I'm not blowing your ears out or nothing.
I don't think so.
All right.
All right, let's do it. Damn.
The land that our grandchildren knew. Ship came from the blue. The volunteers came home that day, and they bring good news from a world so newly born, though their hearts so heavily weigh. Now the earth is only gray to a new home we'll away, but my love, this cannot be. For so many years are gone, now I'm older, but yeah, your mother's eyes from her eyes cry to me. Don't you hear my call, though you're many years away? Don't you hear me calling you? Write your letters in the sand, for the day I take your hand, in the land that our grandchildren knew. Everybody, don't you hear my call, though you're many years away? Don't you hear me calling you? All your letters in the sand cannot heal me like your hand. All my life still ahead, pity me.
All right. Man. Man.
All my life still ahead, pity me. That's a heartbreaking lyric.
You're echoing, but hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. We're good.
Issues
Yeah,
of the tech variety.
Well, that's just a charging variety. Those are mental issues, or muscle memory issues. No, when you used to have a chordus, I imagine singers went through this when they went to cordless mics and such. I know any construction site. I mean, lots of places you got to remember to charge the batteries. Very important. But yeah, man, Freddie sung in a lower register really a lot in the song. For Freddie,
Yeah.
it was a lower register. And that acoustic guitar sounded amazing. And that bass, man, when that bass kicked in, I don't know if that was the bass drum or the bass guitar, or both in harmony. And the harmonies were Pink Floydish, like psychedelia. I'm not really sure. They're just
Spacey,
very,
almost.
yeah, like transportative. I don't know if that's a word, but it takes you out of body experience. You go to that place of peace of mind.
Yeah, I think the having the main vocal melody sit a little bit lower really made those high harmonies jump out when they kicked in. And yes, I love the acoustic guitar, how percussive but melodic it was. That's one of the great things about an acoustic guitar is it can do both of those things at once. Brian May is just a master at that. Brian May actually, in addition to his songwriting and guitar playing skills, also has a degree in astrophysics that he was actually working on around the time that this song was being done. He basically put his studies on hold to concentrate on his theory with Queen, but eventually came back and finished his thesis, which was, let me find this, a survey of radical velocities in the zodiacal dust cloud. Received his PhD in 2008. So, very bright gentleman, and just from that mind came this song about spacefaring and coming home to find that all your loved ones have passed away. Which I can't imagine what that would feel like.
Well, I mean, they've interviewed the what was I was watching? And a show called Expedition Unknown. He was doing the shows about the afterlife. And anyway, they were interviewing the astronauts live in orbit in the space station. And they were talking about how many months and such they spent up there, and how they miss their family, and just that gives new meaning to worlds away, the cliche, worlds away. I mean, yeah, and it kind of reminds me of not musically or lyrically, but the concept of Rocket Man by wasn't that Elton John?
Elton John, yeah.
Yeah. Ground Control to Major Tom. Is that Rocket Man? That's a different song. Right? That's what I'm talking about.
By David Bowie.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
But yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, sort of like the loneliness of sort of drifting about, in open black space. It's not like you can just step out and go for a walk in the meadow or anything like that. That's as isolating as it gets, and sort of missing everyone. Missing your family, missing your loved ones. Yeah.
So
70s were an interesting time for that kind of sort of space-themed, progressive, psychedelic, acoustic type music. 70s were honestly just a very free decade for music to begin with. So much great art came out.
You took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, it was more like Free Bird, and I mean, there's so many, freedom songs and signs, signs everywhere, signs. And we recently found out from watching and we'll do some more of the Muscle Shoals documentary. I think Queen was about the only band not to go to Muscle Shoals, but
can you imagine if they had? Wow.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, he didn't get going good till 77, so that makes sense, actually, that they weren't there. Anyway, the camaraderie. So the hippies is what I was trying to think of. The long hair hippie were more demonized even in the southern United States than black people were. And so we didn't really know that. And I live in the South, but yeah, that's why Leonard Skinner has their name from the teacher Leonard Skinner, who gave them heck about their hair being too long. Yeah,
I don't think
70s were cool.
Yeah, people nowadays don't realize that. But like long hair back then, like that, you were branded an outcast right off.
Well,
the
I know
bat.
Freddie Mercury was big on expression, and you know, basically all these things that I'm speaking of are freedom of expression, freedom of just freedom, period.
Yes,
Reigned true through the 70s, and we are both 70s kids, babies. I barely made it being 1879, so
Still counts though.
yeah. So much love, everybody. There are ways to support the channel. $1.99 channel memberships. You get access to live streams we do there just for our members, where we can talk more in depth and more private. We have a Patreon that is free to join. There's a free membership. You can be a free member and check it out. It's in the description. And or pay $3.33 a month. And the channel memberships are $1.99. So
And that just helps. You know, views from YouTube, I don't think pay as much as people think they do. All the money goes to support the channel, get us better equipment, keep things running. And also, if you want to make your own reaction videos or live streams or anything like that, we got a link there. Try StreamYard out. It's a program we're using. See that?
That's what we're
fun little
using right
background
now.
we got there. Like all
that's how you
sorts
do
of.
all this.
Yeah, it's so customizable. You can, anything you can think of.
Super easy.
Yeah, so really easy, really intuitive, so many options, and you don't have to give like a credit card number or anything like that on the sign-up process. It's really
Don't
quick,
fear the reaper.
really quick, really efficient, so give it a shot. It's a lot of fun. If you're into any sort of like computer art, I definitely recommend checking StreamYard out.
Yeah, banners and all these things that we put on there.
Mm-hmm.
Change colors. It's free, and you get 10% off if you. To have all these extra options is only $25 a month, and you'll get a discount for using our link. So
We have, we've used programs that cost a lot more and performed a lot worse. So,
you do anything. Yeah. So much love, everybody.
yeah, thank you all for listening. If you're still around, especially appreciate it. I think Queen definitely deserves an extended
Hey, she slept with a Brazilian. Oh my God, how many is a Brazilian? Sorry. I don't know how to get off there now. All right, much love, everybody. There's my studio when it's clean. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Mental health is real. Be a part of the start. Stop counting the days. Make the days count. And only with unity can we become oneness again and erase these lines drawn in the sand that divide us. So much love. Let us know what Queen Song's next.
Oh, yeah.
Live Aid is for sure coming.
Yes.
Obviously.
Talk music with us down in the comments. And music is, in fact, your best support group, so listen to it often.
Peace out.